Thank you, Mr. Speaker. When developing the social sector size criteria policy, we consider the impacts on disabled people as set out in our impact assessment. We have added a further £30 million a year to the discretionary housing payment fund from 2013-14, aimed specifically at those in adapted accommodation and foster carers.
Mr. Peter Hain.
But why won't the government withdraw the housing benefit changes, which are having a devastating impact upon disabled people, including my constituents, Mr. and Mrs. Harris of Seven Sisters in Neath, about whom I've written to the Secretary of State. They live in an adapted property. She can't sleep at night. He is a full-time carer for her, and they need 2 bedrooms. But the draconian and oppressive changes the government's implementing mean that there's only funding for 1 bedroom. There is a shortage of 1-bedroom properties in Neath. They can't afford the extra rent, and it's time that they withdrew these policies. Don't they understand that there's a massive impact on the most vulnerable people in our society? The Secretary of State started off with seemingly sincere motives to tackle poverty. He's ended up with punitively, callously hitting those most vulnerable.
Minister.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. This isn't the case. An impact assessment has been done. £30 million of discretionary funds have been put in place exactly for the people that my right honourable friend is talking about. What we have got to do in the round is there are 1 million spare rooms in the country. There are millions of people on waiting list and on a waiting list and in overcrowded homes, and we've got to find properties for them too. But the case you mentioned directly, that is what the discretionary fund will be for.